I've not promoted this series at all. So let's see if I can create a content plan with one of the AI tools that I built. Let's go into my batch better bingo that I created using Canva AI. Okay, so first off, this is a tech stack in and of itself. My batch better bingo game that I built in Canva is functional, but the front page wasn't that aesthetic. So I used Lovable, which is a landing page AI builder, to create a much more aesthetic front cover, right? So we've got this front cover, a great way to expose people to the concept, show them the inside of the game, tell them how to use it, and even give them some stories. Today, though, I'd simply want to go into the tool. So I'll hit share this tab. So this is what I created within Canva AI. It's interactive, meaning that I can click on any of these buttons right here, and it will change the actual web screen experience. So I like blue. Actually, I think I like pink. Let's do the gold. Okay, just making it a little different. So within this game, you can choose 3 by 3 board or the 5 by 5. For the sake of ease, I'm going to hit 3 by 3. Awesome. And so when I do that, there are 9 total squares in the 3 by 3, but the center square is always the same. Asked for the sale. And as a reminder, you can play this bingo game. It is fully interactive, but for the sake of today's attempt to create a content strategy for my YouTube series that we're watching right now, I'm going to just go from here into NotebookLM. So I've grabbed the screenshot of this, and now I want to go inside of my notebook where I have all of my videos from these various YouTubes. Okay, here we go. So here are all of my videos that I uploaded from YouTube themselves. Okay, and I've already uploaded one of the screenshots. Oh, it's still uploading. Let's see if we can refresh that. All right, so boom, it's got uploaded. So that's one of the batch better screenshots. And so now my question to my AI tool is two. One, can I create a slide presentation that takes care of half the work for me in terms of coming up with visual ideas? And then two, can I get ideas that I can take pictures of or make videos of with the screenshot? So I've not put any of my own brain power towards what type of content, and those are all trends. The Batch Better bingo game is full of trends. So let's see if we can create some cool ideas and graphics for this YouTube sprint. And if not, well, that puts us in a position to figure out which tool is best. But today we're trying NotebookLM. So let's start with the slide deck. I think I liked how this one, nope, not this one. I liked how
but strictly for research.
this one. Okay, I liked how this one looked. So I'm going to show this prompt and I'm going to copy it. And now, okay, we've got the screenshot in there. We have all the videos, perfect. And actually, I think I should rename the screenshot to Content Trends. Let's call it Content Trends February. And let's see if we can create a slide presentation that basically accelerates the visuals for me. So I don't even have to think about that too. I'm going to paste the original one. I love putting the word sales into my NotebookLM prompts because it just makes the prompt and the generation that it puts together stronger. So let's see. Sales presentation for the high intent legacy builder. And we need to take this out. Okay. So create a sales presentation that shows flyers promoting the YouTube series. Each page should be different and serve as a standalone flyer that can entice a different psychographic or demographic to check out the series. Oops, spelled series wrong. All right, so I don't want the motifs to be the same thing. So for this, let's see. I do want digital devices, but this is for social media. And as a matter of fact, let me come back because I think I might need, so I'm going to copy this. And I think I might actually need to come up with the ideas first. Based on the content trends for Feb recommendations, what content can I create to promote this series? Let's see if it does something we love. This is new. So we're both in the same boat in terms of will it, won't it, will it be garbage, will it be amazing? Will it actually be beneficial? Did I get to jump from not having to think about what content idea and what content trend I wanted to apply? Could I put it into essentially my storage hub, which is NotebookLM, where I have all of my IP, and see if it can give me content ideas? Let's find out. Okay, these are designed to hit my ideal target audience based on the Batch Better Bingo card. Perfect. And the specific themes I mentioned on day 19. That's right. I did share what was happening in February. Okay, they pulled some things together. The Legacy Flex. All right, so they're telling me the trend from my Batch Better Bingo, right, that I can use would be the storytelling and surprise hook. You see the card? Awesome. So storytelling and surprise shock hook. Why I stopped renting my intelligence and started building a vault. Okay, as a matter of fact, what's really cool about NotebookLM is I can actually put this, which is really cool, and I'll read it. I'm going to save this to the note. It's going to populate on the right side, okay, over here. And it's just basically saying, hey, if you ever want to come back to it, you can click it open and look at it. But what I really wanted to do is be a source. So it's on the right, but I want it over here on the left. So I'm going to hit convert to source. And now it's populating, well, it just went to the top. Here we go. We've got the trends all here. So now that I have this, again, because we're collapsing the type of work we have to do and the amount of thoughts we have to put together. So now that I've put that into the sources, I should be able to generate a slide deck that leverages the trend ideas. Okay. And I have to tell it to do that though. So let's drop that prompt right back in there and make it better. So sales presentation, flyers, standalone pages on this particular doc, because sometimes you want your deck to be a cohesive story that leads up to a singular point. In this case, I want every page to be independent so that I can then turn it around with Gemini. Okay, standalone flyer, different audience type, psychographic or demographic, to watch the series. Let's say to watch the series. Use the, what is it called? Use the, hold on, I need to see what that was called. Accelerated purpose, let's name that differently. That is not it. We're gonna have to name this differently. Custom YT trend strategy, Feb. Okay, now that it's been named, we can reference it in the prompt. Okay, to watch this series, and I said use the, I called it the content Ooh, custom YouTube trend strategy for Feb to as how to pitch. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. So I'm gonna try it, and if it's terrible, then I'll just try a different prompt. As how to pitch different audiences. Let's just try that. Okay. I don't think I want to give it any content motifs. I think I want to see what happens. Let's say, oh, content motifs is going to be creative or like a content creator, digital devices, and let's just say YouTube. Might find some great things, like some different emojis and things like that. So, content creators, social media, digital devices, and YouTube. And then for the accent color, I think my sales accent color has been fuchsia. Am I spelling that right? Fuchsia. Yeah, I think that's right. Has been fuchsia lately. Yeah. Let's try this. Now, it does take about 10 minutes to generate. So that's all I'm going to do today. So today's tech stack as a reminder, because I'll show you guys what it produces tomorrow. But the tech stack that we just went through was I built my own content trend populating app via Canva, but you can access that app if you simply comment GPT on any of my social posts. So I built a batch better bingo game. I took a screenshot of that and it had the trends already. I put that into my NotebookLM, which has all of my videos, which includes the transcripts and some of the cover information, right? I put all of that into my NotebookLM. Then, I wanted to make a slide presentation first so that I could run and I might be able to show you guys, what I ended up having to do was honestly organize it. So I had this random list of trends and I've got all of these ideas for what I could be talking about, and I needed to merge them. And that's why you saw me go into here and ask Notebook based on the content trends for February, as in referencing the document that I just loaded, the screenshot of the different trends, what can I create to promote this series? So I needed to bring them together. I had trends and I had all of these different videos and IP, basically something that I could link to to bring up brand awareness for my business, right? But trends are how people start to see things, how you address and interact with new cold audiences. So I need trends, but I already needed to have a base of important information. So trends plus a notebook full of my custom information. Then I asked it to merge it, and now I'm going to see if it can make a presentation. Ooh, sometimes the infographics are faster. Pick a trend from the custom YT trend strategy and demonstrate to a potential buyer. Demonstrate the concept. Let's just see if we can get. I just want you to see what Notebook LM can create, but it does take a minute. It takes 5, 10, 15 minutes sometimes, depending on how detailed, how much information it's putting together. And you have seen it already because I've presented a document, but I want to show how I can create social media content from this, right? So I have all of these YouTube videos. Now I need to start telling people to watch it. I'm going to do it in my email address, in my emails too. So at some point, I'll be going into ChatGPT to write emails, and I'll need to think about my LinkedIn strategy. So I'll also be going into either ChatGPT or NotebookLM to write out all of these different emails, all of these different LinkedIn posts, so I can bring people back to this 30-day series that you have watched with me. Okay, let's take a look at, okay, it is still building, but I'm excited because this already started off so good. So let's see. The angle. This is the shot cook they're recommending. Google deleted my storybook because I didn't own my data, period. Ooh, the importance of Black women owning their IP and building a legacy vault. Wow, so they don't train the public model for free. I actually do this and I hadn't worded it that way, so that was impressive. Okay. Number two, the love letter to your business. Okay. So for this one, I would need to use sound effects and props. So, POV, you finally treat your nervous system like a CEO. Okay. Okay. They said the props would be a teacup, a journal, a candle. I think we're getting somewhere. I think we built something pretty cool. And a soothing sound effect, ASMR or soft R&B. Visually show yourself stressed and then transitioning to peace using your CEO prayer that I put into ChatGPT or that ChatGPT generated for me based on who I am. The best Valentine's gift you can give yourself is peace. Honestly, that kind of ate a little bit. I wasn't mad at it. I see that my infographic is finished, so I'm about to read number 3, and then we'll check out the infographic. The speed date with strategy. Okay, so this is time lapse plus asked for the sale. How I did 30 days of work in 3 hours. Come on. So, a high speed time lapse of my screen showing the workflow. So, Perplexity for captions, Gemini for images, and Automate Your Hustle for scheduling. And yes, that would take me about 3 to 5 hours. So, I would need to time lapse it. But if I did that, that content, I think that content would do really well. So, that was the intention for me to show you that I can use my AI tools, not so much in my mind, but if I empower the tool, if I empower something like NotebookLM or ChatGPT with ideas, so in this case, it was the churn list that for my own batch better bingo set. If I provide that into this, then I can create something very custom, unique, and this is my own strategy. So this process that you just experienced is one of the processes I would take to my clients who are basically starting off with social media. Essentially, the SOP, if you would be okay, we need you to have a base of information, right? Like you talking about the subject matter expertise or whatever the context is. So in my case, I put my expertise about AI into a 30-day YouTube series. And then from there, I have several tools. The Batch Better Bingo is one tool, and that's specifically on how to align your content with the trends, but I also have GPTs that just come up with really cool, creative ideas. It can give you, remember how we talked about the LinkedIn and the email strategy? I have a GPT. It's not mine. It was one that I procured from another creator and marketing mastermind. But that one will literally say, here are the 30 days of content for you. Here's the emails, here's the LinkedIn post, here's everything. Right. And so I could use that as well. I could put that into Notebook, and Notebook could be like, here's what they said, and here's what you did. So let's start here. Here are the emails we need to write. And maybe I'll do that, but not today. Today's point was showing you that I took a screenshot of a 9x9 grid, right? This screenshot right here, right? I didn't even put any words. I didn't copy it. I didn't do anything like that. I took a screenshot. You can go up. I took a screenshot of a 3x3 grid that had different trends. I put that into my notebook, which had my IP, and now I have two visuals to work with. I want to see the infographic. I want to see both, but let's see the infographic first. Both are done. Okay. All right. This is a little complicated, but I want to read it, although I would never use it. So if you recall, in this prompt, I did not give it any direction as far as what colors to use, what motifs, and this is what it gave me. But 30 days of content in 3 hours, the speed date with strategy. Okay. So the infographic, let's get closer. All right. Stop trading time for money. The strategy trend. Okay. A 30-day daily sprint, raw ideas to automated execution. That is what we're doing. I'm not mad at it. Here is the perplexity. Here is the design aspect, and then the publishing. Okay. And then you had a workflow breakdown. Okay, now I might not be able to use this, but it might inspire another idea or simply use a different prompt and create something different with more clarity. Okay, let's see if this generated something we like. I mean, off top, I'm not mad. So let's check it out together really quickly. So, okay, because I could put this into like the top of an email, right? The day 22, the day this, the day 14. Okay. You aren't just a creator, you are an asset architect. Legacy builders don't rent their intelligence, they build vaults. You are time poor but impact driven and need to skip generic advice and get straight to strategic execution. Okay. The legacy flex. Okay. Ooh, the love letter. So these are definitely the trends because we just read about the love letter. And look, they put the journal there, they put the candle, they put the tea. Now, what I don't like is that it looks glitchy, so it doesn't look peaceful, but I like that they put that concept onto the slide. Ooh, the speed date, the 30 days of work in 3 hours. You see how this graphic's a little stronger than the infographic. And I did give it a little bit more direction. Now, in this case, I might tell the directions to be maybe something different. I think this feels too like busy. Busy is the word. It feels too busy. My professional thumbnail got a 41 out of 100. Here's what won. Okay, the time when I used the viral thumbnail creator. Is print dead? Why I spent money on paper in an AI world. Wow, uncloned marketing. Look how clean that looks. That looks very clean. Ooh, okay. Secure the bag. How AI built my sponsorship deck in 20 minutes. Very nice. Ooh, this is the bingo. Okay. Okay. Now, I personally think that that was too busy. So I got the motifs and the ideas on that all wrong. So I would need to go back in there, essentially select more calm, peaceful, even organic. Like I use digital devices, I said YouTube, I said all these words that were techie, and I feel like it gave me a techie deck. So that's not what I want. But if you recall, I came to you guys with no ideas, with no concept. I did not have to use my brain power, my stress, my own levels of creativity. The creativity should come when I'm needing to execute, when I need to say, okay, I am going to do the love letter and the CEO journal with the candle. I am going to do that. So now I need to go gather the candle. Now I need to go get dressed. Now I need to put the camera up a certain way. So I have to do the work. But maybe some of the thinking can be outsourced or even accelerated because how much time do we spend on this video? And I haven't even shown you all of the ideas, but they gave me, oh, sorry, scroll down. They gave me, oh, they didn't count it for me. Oh, they gave me five. They gave me five to start with. And I mean, I can get a total of nine. I could get more because they crossed things. They put storytelling and shock. They put things together that I wouldn't have even thought about. Some of those are things I would not have even thought about. So now, even as a content strategist who's been doing content for a dedicated 8 years, longer, but dedicated for 8 years, I can go faster. I can support people. People can say, hey, can you give me a content strategy? And I can knock that out in 15 minutes if I have something like a NotebookLM, if I have something like a chat GPT thread dedicated to their information. The thing is with AI, you do have to inform it. I hope y'all have seen how I've been informing it, right? In this case, I put my IP, which is my YouTube videos for this scenario, into one thread. But what would you put? What project do you have? Are you looking at real estate deals in a specific area and you're getting familiar with that area? Maybe you need to put those into a notebook. Do you have a launch coming up and you need to essentially get ideas for the content that you're going to roll out for the next 90 days for this launch? Because how long is it going to take you to come up with 90 days worth of content ideas? How long would it take AI to come up with 90 days worth of content ideas? right? So if you want to get there faster, AI is one of the tools that you do have to learn to integrate into your business ecosystem. But just knowing that is not enough. Knowing how, knowing what you're going to do, knowing how you're going to do it, and knowing why. That's you have to come from that place. So I hope today I've shown you that one strong base of your information can produce so many more outputs. I created an infographic, I made a slide deck, I made a content strategy on the fly. I could turn it into a shot list. I could turn it into a pitch. I could turn this package into a pitch. If I wanted to say something big like, hey, Netflix, I've been on YouTube for 30 days talking about AI, and ask my tools, hey, what would Netflix be interested in based on all of these things? Right? So we can dream bigger now that we have AI tools. And we can create and build and execute faster. Okay. I hope I've shown you some cool things and that I'm really positioning you to think about how to leverage AI in your business in creative ways, right? If you put it somewhere one time, then you can ask yourself questions. I mean, that's impressive. You become impressive. Imagine I'm going to get to a place in my business where I start creating these that I can send to other people with I can send it to my client so that instead of asking me about a content strategy, they've just already bought the thing that they can ask for a content strategy from. Okay. Get your notebook, write your plans down, ask ask AI, do the research. The world is every day that you don't use AI, you're missing precious, valuable time to learn and familiarize yourself with a tool that could change your life. Okay. I think I preached long enough. All right. This has been day 24. Join me tomorrow for day 25 of Learn AI with me. I am going to take this concept of the Learn AI series and it's time to package it and figure out what we want to do with it next. So that's what we're talking through on day 25. What ideas can I accelerate with AI? Catch me then. Bye.